It's June 2023, and I'm visiting the Central Oregon coast. The Oregon coast has beautiful and extremely diverse scenery. The landscape includes lovely sandy beaches contrasting with rugged volcanic rocks and the soaring cliffs of headlands jutting into the sea. I'm staying at the Rock Creek National Forest Service Campground, which is located just off of U.S. Highway 101. Right now, I'm headed south on 101 on the section of road just before the entrance to the campground. The campground is set back somewhat from Highway 101, offering isolation from the noise of the highway, contributing to the quiet and serene atmosphere of the campground. The access road to the campground travels through a lush, heavily wooded valley. I was camped at Site 2. The creek is just beyond the trees and shrubs at the back of the campsite. This is a very small campground. There are only 13 campsites. During the time I stayed there, the campground was very quiet. Most of the campsites are located right alongside the stream, and many of the sites have a direct view of Rock Creek. Some maps show a trail that goes from the access road to the campground down to the bridge where Highway 101 crosses Rock Creek. I was hoping that that trail would allow me to go under the bridge and out onto the beach. So I set out on foot to see if I could find the trail and see how far it went towards the beach. I did find a footpath that started at the access road and headed towards the bridge. I was able to follow the path down to the creek and to the bridge, but unfortunately I couldn't find a way to get under the bridge without going into the water, and it looked like the water might be pretty deep in some parts. So I decided to explore other ways to get to the ocean. Fortunately, within a couple of miles of the campground, there are 3 different, very nice day-use areas that provide access to the ocean. The closest, and the first one that I visited, has the descriptive but uninspired name of Ocean Beach Picnic Area. It's less than a mile from the Rock Creek Campground. The road to the picnic area is quite narrow, so that it wouldn't be possible for two cars going in opposite directions to safely pass in many places on the road. Although it really doesn't look like it on the video, the road is also quite steep. A paved trail from the parking lot heads down to the beach. After walking down the trail, a broad, smooth, sandy beach was laid out in front of me. I walked south towards a rocky hill that juts out into the ocean. As I walk back up the beach, you may be able to get a little better perspective on how the parking lot is perched on a cliff above the beach. The small right arrow on the right-hand side points to my camper van. The next beach access point that I visited was the Muriel Ponsler State Wayside. The Ponsler Wayside is located a little more than a mile south of the Rock Creek Campground. It's a quite short walk from the parking lot to the beach. Even though it was June, the morning of my visit there was a light fog at the beach. Once I was on the beach, I headed north, which is back in the direction of the Rock Creek Campground. As I walked along the beach, I came to some volcanic rocks in the intertidal area. The rocks and the tide pool in the middle of the rocks must be high up in the intertidal zone, so that they're usually dry and can't support the growth of barnacles and anemones. After walking about half a mile from the parking lot, I came to a stream flowing into the ocean. The stream is named Big Creek. Looking upstream, back inland, you can see where the Highway 101 bridge crosses the creek. About a mile south of the Ponsler Wayside, there's another beach access point at the Carl Washburn State Park day use area. A paved trail from the parking lot winds its way through shrubs and small trees headed towards the beach. The last section of the trail before it reaches the beach goes through a tunnel of shrubs before revealing the lovely sandy beach. Looking south from the beach, you can see the rocky cliffs of the Heceta headland projecting out into the ocean. The pointed rock at the very end of Heceta Head is called Conical Rock for obvious reasons. I hope you enjoyed this video visit to the Rock Creek Campground and the 3 nearby beaches. Thanks for watching.